Welcome, students. Again, here we are to study the next chapter of your book, that is environmental science. In that, the next chapter we have to study, that is a plant fairy. Let's see in this chapter what new we are going to learn and what are the new words we are going to introduce in this lecture. The first one is the different types of plant, and in that we have to discuss about creepers, clambers, herbs, shrubs, trees, and differences between herbs, shrubs, and trees. So let's start again to learn something about the types of the plants which we often see around us. When you go outside of your house, and you often see that there are the large varieties of tree in front of your house or in your school or on the roadside. You often see that some plants are very tall, very huge, and very thick, and some plants are very small but they are bushy in nature, and some plants are very small, very soft stems. They are having very soft stems. So it often comes in your mind that why there is a varieties of these kinds of plants is there, and what terms should be given to these varieties of the plants. So let's study that what are these types of plant. First one is creepers. Students, it when you go into the mm, field, you often see that there are some kinds of plant which just move by holding the earth or by holding the land surface. So these kinds of plants which run by holding the earth surface, these are called as creepers. Generally they creep on the ground. Okay, so creepers are weak plant that mostly grow along the ground. They have weak stem and thin branches. Okay, basically the what are the creepers are, they used to bear a big fruits. So again I'm repeating, the creepers are the plants, they are the weak plant which generally creep on the ground. Their thin stems are very thin and they are very weak, but they bear always a large and big fruits. Then climbers. The next one is climbers. What are climbers? Climbers are the plants have weak and soft stem. They need support to stand and grow straight. Students, here there are the basic difference between the creepers and climbers, that creepers always creep on the ground. They move by holding the earth's surface, but climbers always moves into vertically by holding any kinds of base or any kinds of strong support. Okay, they always need a support to move or to grow. That's why they are known as climbers. Basically they climb on the surface, on the base supports, whatever the support is given, they climbs on that. That's why they are also known as climbers. So basic example of climbers are money plant, pea plant, or bean plant. Here, some kinds of climbers, the example of some kinds of climbers are given, that is honeysuckles, morning glory, grape pine, cucumber, pea plant, money plant, and jasmine. These are the climbers, and you can see that these all climbers are just growing by getting a kind of support. You can see in the all diagram that they are just growing by with the help of a support. They climb over on that supports. Okay, that's why they are called as climbers. Now the next type of plant is herb. Herbs are the small plants with a soft, green, tender stems and small roots. Okay, these are the herbs, and the example of herbs are rice, grass, and corianders. How can we identify herbs? Basically, herbs contains the very thin and soft stems. Okay, they have the small roots also. Next one is here some example of herbs are given. You can see that mint, aloe vera, thyme, garlic, mustard, and here more examples are given. You can see that gingers, caladians, lavenders. Okay, so you can see that these all kinds of plants have a very thin stems and a very soft stems also. Next one is the types of plant we have to study, that is shrubs. Shrubs have many branches and they grow near the ground. Their stem is woody, thin and doesn't have a trunk. Okay, student, what is trunk? That will discuss into that is will discuss into the next slide. Here is the example of shrubs are given, that cotton plants, rose plants and mumps plant. The next one is trees. Trees are the plants with the thick hard stem that is called as trunk. Here, trunk is the thick hard stem of tree. So, students, trees basically are the tall plant. You can say that they are the tallest plant. They have a thick and hard stem and they have a very strong stem also. That's why we can identify it easily that it is the tree. Now, the next one, the differences between herbs, shrubs, and trees. So, herbs are seed producing and annual non woody plants. Student, annual means the plant which grows just for 1 year. Shrubs are the woody plants. Here, herbs are non woody plant, but shrubs are the woody plants that contains the many or the several stems. Trees are also the woody plant. They are perennial. Here, herbs are annual, but shrubs are perennial. Annual means the plant which grows just for 1 year, and perennial means the plant which grow for 2 years or more than that. Okay. Again, herbs have non-woody soft stems. Shrubs have thick but not hard woody stem. They have the stem, but that is not very hard and woody. But trees always have the thick, hard, and woody stem. Herbs, the stem do not have branches, and in shrubs there are the large number of branches, as well as into the trees also there are the large number of branches. If we talk about the length of the plant, the herbs are very short and shrubs are tall in compared to herbs, but trees are the tallest plant. Okay, again here if we introduce the term life cycle of these plants, that is herbs are annual or biennial, shrubs are mainly perennial, and the trees are perennial. If you remember, I have explained annual, perennial. Biennial means the plant which live just for 2 hours. Okay, the next one is the herbs add flavor to the food and provide medicines. It is the importance of, you can say that, herbs and importance of shrubs. They have medicinal value. It can be used for gardening, and the importance of tree, it prevents the soil erosions, and it also maintains the level of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our environment. So this is all about the types of the planted. In next lecture we'll discuss something about some more interesting facts about our plants and herbs, shrubs and trees. Till then, just keep on studying and